welcome to the news at 8 on Canal English. I am Elie Smith. Good evening. The headlines. Recently, we brought you the news on the installation of Naseri Paul Biya as the new governor of the Central Region. This evening, it is about his tour of jurisdictions that he commands in that region. The Queen of England is the longest-serving British monarch, but did you know she has just turned 91? More on her birthday in this newscast. As I announced at the beginning of this news, the new governor of the Central Region, you all know, is called Naseri Paul Biya. And now we are bringing you the news that since he has been installed as the new governor of the Central Region, he has decided to take a tour around all the departments in the Central Region that are under his jurisdiction. In the team was our Yaoundé Bureau Head, Beatrice Ngamo.
Third day of the contact tour of services under his command, the governor of the Central Region visited regional delegations of many ministries and structures in the town of Yaoundé. He noticed that public services are functioning normally despite difficulties such as insufficient staff, buildings, space, and means. Naseri Paul Biya is determined to ensure better functioning of these services. The officials of the ministries and structures visited says as they are counting on the support of the governor, they are also ready to support the governor for the Central Region to be up. The contact tour occasion for Naseri Paul Biya to give some recommendations to his collaborators.
I am satisfied with the state of activities in the various delegations, and I want to encourage the various delegates to continue working, to be proactive, and to avoid keeping documents for too long, and so to satisfy the population, because we are here to serve and not to be served. All the other problems will be forwarded to the hierarchy, and those that we can solve, we'll solve them without any problem.
The journey, Central Governor, started Tuesday in Yaoundé, will end on the 3rd of May 2017.
From one tour to another, we are talking about Gilles Thibault. He is the ambassador of France to Cameroon. He was also on a tour of his own kind, this time around at Awae at the National or Regional School for Security. In his team was our correspondent in Yaoundé, Tabby Clarkson.
His Excellency Gilles Thibault, French ambassador to Cameroon this Thursday, April 27, came visiting the International School for Security Forces at Awae, a school located some 40 kilometers away from the nation's capital, Yaoundé. The school, the E-Forces, is built in a land surface of over 4 hectares of land. The ambassador's visit to the school was to get to know more about a school that has as main mission to train gendarmes, police officials, and civilian personnel in the management of peacekeeping missions. From every indication, the ambassador is a happy man after the visit.
The signification is very clear. It's to demonstrate, but it's no need in fact, the clear support of France towards this school, which is very important for the future of not only Cameroon, but also for Africa. Africa needs to have competent people in the police and the security forces. France is a country which is more helping Cameroon in that particular field, in some other one also. And we are still very present here, and I encourage today other partners to do the same.
To the director of the school, Cecile Oyono, the school which often trains gendarmes and police officials is...
Well, from another story, this time around a much more lighter. It is about a queen who came on the throne in 1952. And then I think she was on vacation in Nairobi, Kenya. And she is also said to be the longest British monarch. But little did you know that she is 91 years old today. And since the Queen of England is the head of state of the Commonwealth that Cameroon is part of, her birthday party was also feted here in our capital, Yaoundé. And being part of those revelers was our bureau chief, Beatrice Ngamo.
Were guests at the residence of the British High Commissioner to Cameroon, April 27, to celebrate the 91st birthday party of Queen Elizabeth II.
The Queen is very dear to our hearts. She has had the privilege of appointing more than 13 prime ministers. And today we're celebrating the 91st birthday of Her Majesty the Queen. So it's a great party. We have British wine being served this evening.
The government of Cameroon was represented by the Minister Delegate at the Ministry of External Relations in charge of the Commonwealth, Joseph Diongute, in the company of government ministers. Saluting the guests for honoring their invitation, the British High Commissioner, Brian Elie, says Her Majesty the Queen is now the longest reigning monarchy in British history and is looking forward in particular to the next Commonwealth Summit, which will hold in London next year. On British-Cameroon relationship,
diplomatic relations between Britain and Cameroon are excellent. As I said in my speech, we have long cultural and historical link with Cameroon. In fact, I was just talking to the Minister of Commonwealth about the visit in 1999 by Prince Philip, the Queen's husband, who is now 96 years old.
The British diplomat, in his speech, underlined the strength of British engagement in the private sector in Cameroon. This, he said, because the future strength of the economy of Cameroon depends on a successful private sector. And so, the toast, the Queen. This, as the birthday cake was cut and enjoyed by the guests. Amid sweet and soft melodies from the children of the Arab.
While here in Douala, the Cameroon Women's Business Leaders Association want more women into the agro-industrial sector. And that is the reason why a contract or a convention has been signed, 3 for that matters, with 3 institutions. Lorian Ngameni was part of there and then brought back this report.
3 conventions have been signed between the Cameroon Women Business Leaders Association, dubbed CWLA, and 3 international institutions, that is the Pan-African Cooperative Conference, PCC, Springboard Enterprises Limited, and Bavanese African Research Council. The aim of the above partnership is to facilitate the execution of some agricultural projects of young women.
We have been moving plenty of things in Africa for the past 25 years. And now the stopover is at Cameroon. Cameroon being a very important country because people are bilingual here. And people are very hardworking. What moved out here is the kind of agriculture produce you have. We can provide you machines, new technologies, which can boost the empowerment of women and make them entrepreneurs.
Among the objectives of the Cameroon Women Business Leaders Association is women empowerment and assisting them to be independent in the running of their business.
Like those who are here today, we just seize the opportunity because the Cameroonians, ladies, women need action. So it's our way to move forward. It's our way to put something up on the stone we are building.
During the meeting, a member of CWBLA declared that a slaughterhouse will be constructed in the east region of Cameroon.
From women being asked or encouraged to become more independent to small and medium-sized enterprises encouraged to go digital. According to the promoters or those asking them to go digital, it will increase them visibility, credibility, and the icing on the cake, a larger market. And Dee Maureen was there and brought back this report.
Promoters of small and medium-sized enterprises must go digital if they want to commercialize their products on the international markets, particularly in the USA. Digital economy is presented to businessmen as the most rapid way of expanding their businesses, target huge markets and make huge gains, as well as share experience and give credibility to their enterprises.
This program is to structure the SMEs and to give them opportunity to sell their product in the US.
This meeting that held at the Douala Chamber of Commerce is aimed at accelerating growth of SMEs. Yet problems affecting SMEs like access to finance, lack of visibility and absence of a structural program are raised. Experts say the only way is for SMEs to embrace modern management skills, which gives them credibility.
And the SMS precisely is making us to understand that we have products and services that we can sell, and they want to expose us how we could sell our product and services to improve on our livelihood.
Cameroon is classified as first country in the world where companies are created almost every day. Unfortunately, 50% of such enterprises collapse immediately after creation, while less than 25% have access to finances.
From the littoral to the northwest region, where Gladys Ambo tells us that 13 farmers groups from the Mezam, Bui and Donga Mantum divisions have received grants from the government. But she also adds that those grants, they were recommended, should be used appropriately in order to permit others to also follow suit. Gladys Ambo Dibang.
They have appeared in their best outfit this day and have braved the rocky and bumpy roads from some remote areas of the northwest region to Bamenda to collect financial support to improve on their agro-pastoral activities. But these are the royal peasants who toil and moil in tilling the earth and feeding the livestock daily to feed the urban population. The program for the improvement of competitiveness of family agro-pastoral farms, ASEFA, has to this effect handed 13 checks to producer groups ranging from 500,000 to 6 million francs CFA to producer groups from Donga Mantum division and between 5 to 30 million to professional agro-pastoral organizations, each from Mezam, Bui and Donga Mantum divisions.
For a project of 20 million. In fact, I am very, very happy because the warehouse that they are going to construct in my area for the farmers is really going to help them, because that was their acute need, where they can harvest their produce store and call for market people to come and buy.
We used to call them extension officers. They are the people who are monitoring the activities of the farmers, and we give this money through the bank, and the farmers have also contributed their own percentage in this money, and we expect that they will execute it accordingly because our supervisors will be in the field regularly.
Co-presided over by the regional delegates of agriculture and rural development and of livestock, fishery and animal industries, the farmers have been told that if they are receiving grants today, it is because previous recipients made judicious use of the money, reason why they too should be transparent so that future applicants can also benefit.
Let me say one thing, that as national coordinator of ASEFA program, as a representative of Minadera Minepea, we are very happy with what is happening in the Northwest, because all the divisions now have been covered. The division are now having their own projects selected, and we have been seeing that the realization also is very good, that we are very happy by the way that things are moving in the Northwest. And also we realize that the Northwest is one of the agri potential in this country.
The ASEFA program is a joint venture of Minade and Minipia, put in place by the Cameroonian and French governments through the Debt Reduction and Development Contract, the C2D.
Back here in the Douala, the capital of the littoral region, where the Douala language and culture is once again on the spotlight. The 7th batch of learners of Douala language and culture have just graduated. D. Maureen has more.
The sounds of the drum are purely traditional setting, which tells the history of the coastal people. The Sawa, their link with water, is portrayed. It is a cultural afternoon at South of Aqua. The 7th batch of learners of the Douala language and culture have come to the end of their apprenticeship. The youth carry their guests to another universe, oral communication, dressing code of the Sawa men, traditional dances and many others. Practical and theoretical knowledge they acquired was demonstrated.
J'ai passé 6 mois à apprendre le Douala, c'était magnifique.
I spent 6 months to learn the Douala language and culture. It is amazing. I'm proud of myself today.
Mais tu peux aussi être Camerounais. Pourquoi? Les Camerounais, on est tous Camerounais, mais nos origines même, c'est le Douala. Moi, je suis Douala fier de l'être.
C'est important de savoir.
It is good to know where you're coming from. We have learned how to speak the Douala language. I now know my culture. The facilitators applied different approach to the teaching and learning process of the Douala language.
Nous les apprenons d'abord à écouter.
We tell them they need to listen to others, speak, in order to grasp something. Pronunciation is important. That's why someone would speak and they repeat after him and say the exact words.
L'élocution, il y a ce que je peux dire, la lecture.
More and more people are interested in the Douala language and culture. It is one of the local languages widely spoken in Cameroon. The initiators of the program have asked for support from the Gondo traditional organization. They think it is the only way to valorize the Douala language and culture.
Well, on a sad note, where a 36-year-old woman's lifeless body has been found in a septic tank in Elie. What happened to her? Ndi Morin has more.
There is panic and consternation in the Banda neighborhoods in Elie. The discovery of the lifeless body of a woman in a septic tank has left everyone in shock. Nobody knows how the 35-year-old woman got into the septic tank. According to eyewitnesses, a nauseating odor from the septic tank got everyone on the alert. One of the neighbors, with the use of a torch, had to search in the septic tank, and that was how he discovered the corpse. Charles Njog, the girl's father, says she got missing 5 days ago. Antique Basonge was a worker at the Dea 1 Council. Inhabitants are suspecting she might have been murdered before being dumped into the septic tank. Other people are suspecting it must have been some sort of a squaw settlement. Her vehicle and mobile phone were carried away by her supposed murderers.
Well, that was all we were able to put together for the news tonight. Have a nice weekend. But before then, please do not go away. Coming up straight away will be our first major talk show. Is it a talk show or a program here called The Candy Bee Show? Please do have a nice weekend. Be better and not bitter.